But now I'm like, fourth is dope. It's a good color.
P4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm always third. Now that I think about it, I'm always the third controller.
Damn.
Huh. Yeah.
Are people enforcing that on you, or are you just...
No, I just always pick the third controller when I'm playing Smash, and I pick Link, and I pick the lavender Link.
Oh yeah, like
yeah.
the
What I'm talking about.
Yeah, lavender. I was gonna say.
Is that the right color?
I think it is.
Purple.
It's
lavender.
purple lavender.
That color's not in the new one though.
Are you fucking serious?
Well, if you play Young Link, it is.
Yeah, the other two, the two small links have it, but
Not.
boy, because they
not Red
updated
Big
him.
Link. Yeah, they switched him to Breath of the Wild Link. So
Oh, so he's got the whack ass
He's got-
baby blue.
Whack! Whoa!
he's got a whole other different set. They still gave him.
I did not
Shadow,
like
though.
Breath of the Wild.
You didn't?
I mean, I dabbled in it. I didn't jump full hog into it though. You know what I mean? Maybe if I jump, I'll probably like it because it's fucking Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
But,
I feel you on that. It's daunting because whenever I first saw it, I was like, it's open world? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not a Zelda game. So if you're into Zelda for
sure.
the way a Zelda game works is very different.
Yeah, and I think that's just because I'm just so used to not the linear story of Zelda, but you know what I mean?
It's like you have the right
story.
structure.
The structure of it,
Because games like that freak me out. Like Skyrim, I could never finish Skyrim.
Word.
Dude, I actually
Where do I
just
go?
started playing Skyrim again the other day so that I could take over the theater.
That's hilarious.
I was like, you know what? I never actually finished
Vert,
this out, so I'm gonna fucking do this week.
Vert tells me this fucking story of one of her ex-boyfriends who why the relationship broke up because of he would play Skyrim all the fucking time, and not just because he would play Skyrim all the fucking time. He would play Skyrim just for the lock picking skills.
What?
So he would work on his lock picking skills for hours, and then he would go explore, and if he would have died, he would start the game over.
Oh, what a loser.
Right, so he would spend 40 hours a week block picking in Skyrim, and then he would die, and then just start the whole process over.
What a loser.
Right.
Why not just actually learn how to pick locks?
While Vert Vixen's waiting in the bedroom hello. And he's like, no, fuck, I'm doing the lock picking. I did not have that problem at all.
That's such a challenge.
Throw out PlayStation 5, baby. I throw it out.
Hey, with that stimmy, you can bring it right back in, baby. Hey, stimmy boys be up. Get the stimmy. Yeah, I got an air fryer with my stimmy. And a rice cooker. So now I'm prepping meals now.
The air fryer is the truth, man. It remains undefeated.
Yeah,
my air fryer.
I couldn't get Felix. Well, do you got a name? Oh, yeah, we should do the intro.
I've got one. We should probably start, but yeah.
Okay, my bad. All right, welcome back to the Buckle Bomb. It is I, your host with the most. I stole that from White Boy 7th Street. Danny O'Ryan, a.k.a. Primo, your local star boy. With me we got...
Oh, hello, everyone. It's everyone's fourth favorite co-host, Felix O. Rogers today. But it's O and the apostrophe because it's St. Patrick's Day. So,
that's clever.
Yeah, just O apostrophe.
You make me happy when you come up with new names.
Thanks, man.
It makes me feel like a better person.
Wait. What do you mean better person? All right,
Well,
it's fine.
we don't have to get into it. But all right,
Talk about
go
this
ahead.
after.
Go ahead.
Jay Mazing.
Back in the building.
Back in the building.
It's St.
Stays in
Patrick's
the
Day.
building.
Yeah. He was wearing green, so we let him back in the house. Didn't get to pinch him and punch him while he was outside the house. We let him in because you were wearing green.
And tomorrow's my birthday, and that's the one wish that I get.
Yeah,
I was
get back in the house.
Please don't lock me out for
Please let me back in.
Nice. Well, you're back in. Hope you enjoy your cake that has maybe been rotting for a few days.
Yeah,
But,
probably has.
we don't pay attention to these.
It is what it
The
is.
story of my life.
Yeah. But more importantly, I hope the audio picked that up, me slamming the table. Prince Adam back, part 3.
Greetings, humans.
Best recurring guest.
The
This is the third time that I'm on?
I think
This is
so.
it?
Yeah.
3 times.
Nice. Am I the most recurring guest on this
Yeah.
show?
You're the one.
I think Zach is
With
second.
3?
With 2.
Zach's been on here twice.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
no, we will,
bring him
absolutely.
back.
We layer it in.
Yeah.
3 time.
Like the cake you're going to get.
Buckle bomb.
Hey.
Yes.
Or that you may not get. Who
I
knows?
probably won't get
Yeah, welcome back, Adam.
Well, I appreciate you boys having me,
Yeah.
as always, for sure.
You're always nice to have on. You're so chill. You bring such a chill vibe to this
Really?
podcast. Yeah.
No
God.
way.
Yeah. I wish we had video. You can just see him just lean back. And he's
I'm just chilling.
with a grin on his face. He's like, really? Just lean back.
I mean, we've had some hectic starts on the podcast recently.
Oh, yeah.
A couple weeks ago, we started right out of the gate with sex and porta potties. So
Is that American Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah, that
That
was
is-
Eagle. Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
it was a hot start, but we went
Hot
straight
start is
into
the
it.
right word for that.
I don't know why he closed the door. He should have just took it. God! Right there. At that point, it's a power move, right? Like you just, it's a power play. Just look them right in the eye, you know.
God, that is so many things going. There's so many things coming in and out, and just out, and just direct eye contact.
I gotta be honest with you, boys. That story was pretty tame compared to some of the stories I have, man. I mean, it's always one of those things where you listen to like, oh, that's crazy. Well, guess
listen
what?
to this.
Yeah, listen to this. You know.
God,
I'm sure those stories would come out in time, but you know,
one day. Yeah, this is a good start though. This is a nice start. I hope we had everything before the intro.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm good at my job.
We're good. Yeah, you are. You really are. And speaking of being good at your job, you got hired for another job, and part of the reason why
nice segue,
I wanted Adam to come on because you got a podcast coming out.
Yeah, man.
I'm very excited for that. Do you wanna?
Really?
Yeah,
a lot of people seem to be, and I don't know why. I'm a nobody. Like I don't not talk about.
God, you're so humble. You are somebody in the state of Texas. You're not going to say that you are, but you are. Your name carries a lot of weight, and I think that's why people want to hear your podcast. One, because you're just a chill guy. I feel like you can go up to basically anybody and just have a conversation.
I mean, I just like the way you tell stories. So like
thanks.
a whole hour of it sounds fun.
And your voice isn't annoying. I feel like some people have.
It's not.
No,
oh,
it's
wow.
God.
That's my reaction.
I think everybody hates their voice. You know what I mean? Everybody hates their voice. But even like Vert's like, you have a really calming voice when you talk about stuff. I was like, I guess I just have a voice for radio. I don't know.
That's like when they go back, it's like you have a nice voice for commentary, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, right. What is that?
Like, it's
what's that supposed to mean?
but it's like I don't know. Maybe I just think of like a slow, sultry like radio host kind of voice, which I don't have. But
I think it's just more than a voice because I've said that to you before about how I really like you on commentary. One, because you know what you're doing because we've said it before. You've had experience doing commentary,
right?
Commentary,
yeah. Because you bring a type of energy, but you also sound informative as well. Like you always sound like you know what you're talking about. Which
For sure.
I feel like not a lot of people can do that. And with you, you know, you just come off as chill and you don't really seem too pressed about anything. And so it's like I can jive and listen to this guy.
I'm constantly stressed out, brother.
Yeah.
But hold on, let's finish each other off, guys. Real quick. Yeah, let's finish this up.
But yeah, I mean,
no, I really appreciate that, man. I mean, I just don't really. I try not to think of myself in a certain type of way, obviously, because I think that hinders progress.
Yeah.
But just to segue into the podcast, first of all, Jay's doing a great job with mixing and mastering.
I was so happy whenever I found out you got him for that.
For sure. Really and I mean, between us and everybody listening, like there were some people that I reached out to, and they have like all the equipment, they have all the studios, but I was like, nah, this ain't right, man. But I'm vibing with Jay here, and honestly, he's down for whatever. We recorded at an IHOP.
I saw that.
Yeah. And it was like mafia style. They put us in the back, right? Or even like the two guests I had, like I was like, I guess we could set up at the IHOP, and I didn't think that they would really think of like how serious we were. Yeah. But when they saw the setup, they were like, oh God, like it's a whole ass studio in the IHOP booth.
It was
that
right on the other side of the mall that Heavy Metal's at.
Oh yeah,
like, what did IHOP think whenever they saw you bringing in all this equipment?
They did not get
it was I promise it was just like this. I walked in, saw the wait staff, told them, like, yeah, I'm trying to record a podcast here, and the only question out of his mouth was like, how many people are we talking? And I was like, 4. He's like, that table right over there.
That is dope. That is dope.
Yeah,
that's the International House of
No, for sure.
Shout out to IHOP.
No, we go there like every Friday or so. Like I try to go with the boys there, but I think it's starting to become more of a tradition to go to the IHOP every Friday after the show, and it's just the wait staff knows them and whatever. And
that is
so chill. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm planning on taking this show on the road, obviously, if the people aren't local or whatever. I know Jay's down to travel, and I'm going up to Reality or Wrestling tomorrow.
Oh, snap.
So hopefully gonna ask some people there if they want to join the podcast, and but yeah, I'm just I'm a wanderer, man. I'm constantly curious, and I'm very curious on the people around me and their process and how they got here. You know what I mean? I mean, is that a normal thing or?
No, I think that's a natural. I think that's a natural way to feel about people you may not know too much about. It's like, what brought them here? Like, what's their backstory?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's cool that you're diving into that.
Dude, I think about that on like people on the road, when they're driving by. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a whole ass human driving that
Right.
death machine. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude, if they could die like right in front of me right now, and they had a whole ass life in front of
Before
me.
that, yeah.
I bought some quesadillas today, and it was at a food truck.
Nice.
And I saw like all the workers come up during lunch, and I'm like, man, this is the life they chose. I mean, maybe they didn't choose, but like they go to work, they come to this spot every day, and like maybe it makes them happy. Why? Why is that?
I've had that thought sometimes, like whenever you like have like minute interactions with like strangers, like holding the door open or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You're like, man, like I'm probably never gonna interact with this person for the rest of my life, and they probably won't ever interact with me for the rest of their lives. But they're gonna go off and live like a totally separate, different life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You can probably
sweet to
attest to
think about.
this, but like whenever I moved to this area of Texas, because we're both from West Texas, there's not a lot of people out there.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Oof.
Sorry.
It's a lot of apologies can be said for West Texas, but
I'm from West Texas too.
are you
so-
really?
I am.
Where are you from?
Lubbock, which is like
What?
more, yeah.
Okay.
That's where like all my family is,
Yeah,
besides like
he's a
Wisconsin.
Panhandle boy, too.
Yeah, I'm Amarillo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And my dad grew up in Amarillo. Well, Lockhart and Amarillo, but
And
that's
Lockhart?
fine. Yeah, but
Oh, snap, dude.
I think he was born in like right outside Amarillo,
Uh-huh.
and then he spent his childhood there. But yeah, I'm a West Texas boy too, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man, the Slayton Bakery, brother.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
dude. Yeah.
Why have we have never asked this on a podcast? Because I feel like I would have remembered that.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I don't remember either, but yeah.
Oh,
Good
man.
old country boys here. And the big ass West Texas fire ants that carry somebody away.
Yeah.
Right?
And the wind.
Oh yeah.
Today reminds me a lot of West Texas.
Yeah,
Like
the
60
devil
mile per
winds,
hour
man.
winds.
Yeah, y'all get your dust storms up here. They're not as bad down in like the actual like central west that I'm part of. But yeah, you drive up there,
Amarillo and Lubbock is bad.
you get
Yeah.
you
It's
get
nothing but dust, bro. It's
Yeah,
like nothing but
that's all it is.
fields, cotton fields, and
you get past Big Spring, and then it's just like you just see the wall as you drive up. towards
Shout out to
Lubbock.
our regional listeners right now that know what we're talking
I know.
Right, the people who have this map in their head as they're listening.
Yeehaw,
about.
baby.
Lubbock, Amarillo.
Right.
But no, what I was going to say, well, now you can attest to this too. That's why I like this area of Texas so much because in Amarillo, is Lubbock, would you say Lubbock's bigger than Amarillo?
Now, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah, because like the college town is kind of booming. Like they're really trying to make it the next UT, which is
Yeah.
not gonna.
It's not-
It's not gonna. Gonna happen.
It's not gonna
yo.
work.
I'm sorry, it's not
not
gonna
going-
happen.
Yeah. But
I don't mean to insult anybody that goes to that school, but I'm sorry. I got a lot of sour grapes because I knew plenty of people that went to that school, and I'm like, oh, you think you're so smart? The
I feel
dumbest
you.
kid in our school went to that school,
I
so
feel
whatever.
you so hard on that. But what I'm trying to say is like when you come from those not big cities, you get used. At least I was getting used to seeing people like the same people over and over again. When I worked at let's say Burlington, I was used to seeing the same people come in and out all the time. Go to I went to Amarillo College, saw the same people all the time everywhere I went, and then I come here and I'm like seeing people and I'm like I'm probably never gonna see that person ever again. And that's when I get in that mode of thinking too, where it's like I wonder like what brought them here.
Yeah.
Because like who knows, like no one cares or probably knows where I came from, but it's like it's still interesting to know. And it's easy, I feel like, to get in that like self-centric view where it's like I'm player one, I'm the main.
Yeah,
event,
of course, everybody.
I'm the hero of the story right now. But it's like in the grand scheme of things, we're getting super just like existential right now. Dude.
That's the point of my podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's
really
dope,
dig
though.
stuff like that. Like, I feel like everyone should be thinking about these kinds of existential things on a daily basis because I feel like if we were and we realize that, hey, maybe we're not the main character.
Yeah.
And if we are we a villain? Are we like a good guy? What the f- are we? And if we're actually thinking about the things around us, we could probably, I don't know, maybe be a better people to
Yeah.
the ones around us, you know. I don't want to be the main character of my movie. I want to be like J.K. Simmons. I want to be
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
You come in, get those memorable roles, and then you scoop up an Oscar on your way out.
Exactly,
That's the way to do
right?
it.
Yeah, that's right.
That dude is in 2 superhero movies.
He's
in Batman.
He
He was in
is.
Batman and he was in Spider-Man.
And he,
What a guy.
yeah,
And he's back in Spider-Man.
he's back in Spider-Man, yeah.
Is it?
That dude's killing it.
I was thinking more like Whiplash, as you guys
Yeah.
could know, right? If y'all
Whiplash
seen
is,
that movie.
Yeah.
Whiplash is a crazy.
I mean, you kind of missed the
I'm thinking
point.
of Whiplash from Iron Man.
No,
I'm so
Mickey, I love Mickey Rourke though.
Mickey Rourke. That's
Dude,
who I
that dude's a
thought you were talking
badass.
about.
If you ever seen a one-legged dog in the fields so happy. Dude, that's the way to go. If I can go out like that. Just Randy the Ram, just hanging out with strippers every fucking day. Vert's like asking me for alimony, and I'm just giving it to her. And I'm like, all right, our kids don't talk to us, but I'll just pop this perky real quick. Gonna go do a show at Ring of Honor. Don't do drugs, kids.
What a way to go out. But just real quick, can you guys just say for the people the name of the podcast? Because I like the name of the podcast.
Prince Adam's Groovy Cosmic Kayfabe Canvas.
That's a lot of words. And
I
groovy
know.
is the perfect way. That's
Yeah.
why I like talking to you, because
Yeah.
if I had to describe you, if someone's like, describe Prince Adam, it'd be groovy.
No, thank you so much for that. Groovy. That actually, you can say all you want, but that's the cherry on top, though. I really appreciate it. That's the reach around.
Yeah.
No, man, on my tombstone. If
Yeah?
I get a tombstone, I just want groovy
Just groovy.
on it. That's it.
You can get it on your little jar too if you want.
I get, yeah. Oh, dope. Well, no. So like when I eventually get cremated, I want 50% of my ashes to go to the exact coordinates of, well, if they can do it, where Cthulhu sleeps.
Wow.
And just drop my ass off there and just
There you go.
right, just sink down below
awesome.
to the depth, right? That or like go to the exact coordinates to where they filmed Evil Dead. Of the cabin and just bury me there.
right there.
Just bury me there.
Apropos.
And then the other half of me, it's just if y'all can, Elon, if you're listening to this, just shoot me into the galaxy, and
That
hopefully
would be dope.
it's like the upper half of my body with like all my brain and whatnot. Because when the alien civilization eventually finds me, because they will,
Right,
hopefully,
of
and they definitely will have some kind of reincarnation technology. So then I can just live out the rest of my
Yeah, you
life
don't wanna come back
as a
with bare
half
legs.
human,
Yeah.
hopefully alien mecha hybrid.
Worst case scenario, your Futurama head in a jar. Like,
hey,
Hey, yeah.
still a head in the jar.
God, do you guys think about that a lot? Like, what do you want
No.
your body to be done when you're dead?
bro, put me in a jar, or like do the thing where they plant in like a tree grows out. of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
it.
that's becoming really popular too. And I
like
thought that, but
and
like,
being shout out to the cosmos, because it's like, well, because we're all a little bit of a star,
oh yeah, for sure.
all part
Hey,
star.
Star Boy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Self love.
There you
The
go.
gimmick, I guess.
No, that's awesome. No, trust me, I'm a big mark for that kind of thing, So it's like, they used to call me Space Boy in high school and like all that stuff because on my class ring I had an astronaut in the middle of it. They're like, "Why'd you put an astronaut?" It's like, "Cause I was high the whole time in high school." I was constantly in space, y'all. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
That's dope, literally.
And then and of course on the podcast, like the mascot, if you will, is a cosmonaut. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I feel like there's so much unknown out there.
It is.
And
It's
yeah,
it's such a tantalizing thought. I get lost in thought, and it like as corny as it sounds, when I get like stressed out or fed up, I do like to go outside and I do like to look at stars, and it just fills me with so much joy, excitement, and like wonder that it's like, man, like what
it puts things in perspective.
it
for
does. It just reminds you, it's like I am really a no one.
Right.
Like whatever I say and do it's negical. Like it does not matter.
Exactly.
All that should matter is you being a good person.
Exactly,
And I
because
feel like
we're
space humbles you.
honestly, if you really look at it, we're just such a microscopic island in this vast thing that we don't even know or understand what it is yet. It's only theories. It's only there's no proven facts out there. It's oh, wow. Now I'm thinking about how small we are, right? But yeah, we are very much just an island.
Just yeah,
You know?
And when you even think about it, and then it makes me feel grateful when I start thinking about things like that, because it's like time is such a long and short thing all at once. Like when
It's relative, yeah.
it's relative, yeah. And so for the fact that I'm able to share this time with all three of you guys in this exact moment, like what are the odds of that happening were so low.
Right.
Because it's like we were just dropped in on the speck of time, and people feel like, oh man, this day was so long, but it's like, or this year was so long. It's like, dude, that year compared to how many years Earth has been around, like,
Yeah.
appreciate.
Blink.
Yeah, like
Blink in the eye, man.
yeah,
of
and it makes me
everything.
try to appreciate everything. 'Cause
For
it's
sure.
Like, there's
Right.
not that much time. Like, we all hope to be like 100. Well, some of us
Right.
hope to be 100.
We are like just a microscopic cell on like a microscopic dust figment in this room compared to the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In relation to the universe, man. And above all that is Jesus Christ telling us not to check God. fuck off. So, it's like none of it matters. You know what I mean? All the bad stuff, all the bad days, it's just melted off, man. Life goes on, really.
Life goes on. That's the best way to think about things. We are getting super existential, but I like that.
Nice.
Is that what we can expect out of your podcast?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, sometimes expect things to get like a little heavy, just from the nature of like what these conversations bring out in people. Sometimes it's lighthearted, of course. I try to keep it as light as possible, and yeah, man, I want to have conversations with these people. I want to see what makes them tick, and hopefully learn something about myself in the process, because I don't know who the I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, it looked like I know I got it figured out, but I don't. Ask Alicia, but yeah, definitely wrestling is going to be at the forefront of it. I was
going to ask that, yeah.
Just due to the nature of the guests that I have immediately at my disposal, Yeah.
Why not?
I know, like I just had Zach on, and I wanted to like just see what made him tick, and it just got onto wrestling. We didn't stop talking about wrestling, you know, and our experiences with like our coach and whatnot, and our mentors and how we started. It's just what it is, you know. So like if I'll put disclaimers. I'm trying to record like little openings and like in front of the podcast, so when people tune in, they get a little like snippet, of like a little overview of what this episode entails, and if they're interested, hey, skip it or whatnot.
When can we expect to hear?
Hopefully here in the next week or two.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Thinking so.
Where are you going to be posting?
Anchor.com. To give them a little plug there. It's the easiest way to do it. I feel like I'm in the Truman Show now. Just like, thanks Pepsi. I like all my favorite podcasts. They use Anchor, and they're like from like the lower tier podcasts, like the people that don't really have a big audience, to even like the bigger like comedian podcasts. They all use Anchor. Anchor just distributes like the content to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, just automatically, So like I just upload it to the site and everything goes there.
Dope.
Also, I wouldn't really run into any issues with like when it comes to like copyright things, because it's on Spotify. So depending on what song it is, they won't really get mad at it, because it's already. There's like advertising on there. Right. Like, oh, what's that song? I'm gonna put it on Spotify. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win all the way. And it's really easy. The interface is so easy for like an idiot like me to figure out. So, all we need to do, I just send my stuff over to Jay. Jay mixes, masters, Dr. Dre, and then
Jay Mason
brings it back over here. I upload the and that's it, man. So hopefully in the week or two.
And just last question, so we can get back to what we got to do. Mm-hmm. What was the final tick for you wanting to do this podcast? Like, what made you like pull the trigger and be like, yeah, I'm going to do it now?
Whew. Y'all ready to get deep? Or like,
yeah.
I mean, we already got deep, right?
Why not?
I turned 27 last year. And the persistence of time is pretty like daunting when you really think about it. It's just this never ending death march, really, because like we've been dying since the day we were born. I'm rotting right now, we all are. And when I turned 27, that's like kind of like the solstice of everyone's lives. Like not that many people make it out of 27, I've found in my research. Either have y'all heard the 27 Club? Obviously,
it's just that the reason it exists.
You never heard of it?
Never heard that. No.
Okay, so it's just like it's like a superstition like theory, and it's most likely bullshit, but it is an odd coincidence that someone like your favorite artists or like pop culture icons all passed away at 27. Snap. And it's like Jim Morrison, 27, Janis Joplin, 27, Jimi Hendrix, 27.
Oh, just
I want to say Mama Cass, 27, Kurt Cobain, 27.
Amy
Winehouse, 27. You know what I mean? And
then the white lighter thing on top of that.
Oh, there's also the white lighter theory. And that's why I used to carry a white lighter on me, just so I can know, like, it's always. Kind of thing. Yeah. Well, not really tempting fate, but just to know that, hey, man, live your life to the fullest. You never know when you're going to go. So, definitely looking into 27 Club stuff. It's very interesting. But also, and I don't mean to bring anybody down, and Mama, forgive me for talking about this, but like I'm the age now, probably here when I turn 28. I will be the exact age that when my old man attempted suicide, and obviously he had a very different life than me, and just going back and thinking on it now, but I am like the same cloth as him, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
What drives a man to do that, and is that in me? And I'll be honest with you boys, it's in me. That demon's in me. Yeah. I battle it every day of my life, Some days are really good, some days are bad, but I'm always hanging in there. And of course, COVID, snowpocalypse, losing a lot of people in my life, and just a lot of death. And not death in the sense of like, I mean, obviously they pass away, but death as in this is it. This is ending, Seeing people that mean a lot to me, like, relish and flourish in their success, or people that mean a lot to me just kind of devolve into madness, so to speak. This thing called life is happening. And am I just a journeyman, just disassociating through the whole thing, or am I gonna take an active role and figure it out, and try to see what make people tick, so to speak, man? And then, I've always been like waiting on people. I'm always the kind of guy like other people will figure it out. Oh, that's not me. It'll work out in time. Nah, now's the time to really unleash this artistic beast I got in me. Nice. You know what I mean? And I think, I think this podcast will, give people a platform, hopefully, and two, to, figure myself out, and, hopefully people will see a completely different side of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's respectable though.
For sure, man.
Yeah, everyone is always, I'm 22, so obviously I don't know what sorry, no cursing.
No, I mean, yeah.
I'm doing. But
I mean, some of the most interesting people I knew at like 42 had no idea what the hell they were doing. You know what I mean? So what makes it work? I just met this girl today. She's 35, and she was talking about going to a Rammstein concert after all this is over and just getting blackout drunk. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you're 35. That's like kind of the age where people or the society is telling you, hey, you should have babies. You should calm down. You should like settle down. And she's like, no, God, I'm gonna live my life. And I'm like, hell yeah.
I can definitely relate to that a lot, because I'm 24, and now I'm at the age where my mom had me. So, she was at a very different point in her life where she had a career. She wanted to start a family, even if it was just her and me.
Right.
She was ready to
do that
and do it. And so I kind of, thinking about that, it's a lot of, am I at an acceptable point in life? Or am I at like a good point in life? And I think
you're comparing.
It's like a weird
and it's not something I kind of realized I really shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
So like, after a while, I was just like, you know what, I want to. It wasn't so much that I wanted to compare or contrast like what a general measure of success would be in life, but I wanted to be more dynamic in my life, make more choices, take more risks, not necessarily be reckless, but kind of venture out a bit more, and kind of led me here. It led me to make more. Be more decisive and commit more. And
that's the beauty of it all, man. It's the journey, really. You got to figure it out. Yeah. And what's the meaning of life? Well, to give life a meaning, and whatever that meaning is, it's whatever, man.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
that got deep. I like that. Yeah, you don't get to. I feel like I don't get deep enough with people though, especially you guys. I feel like we're always just jokey, poopy jokes.
Flip my out again real quick. Hold on, man. I'm gonna start jerking up.
I appreciate that though, because that's really brave of you to do that. To see that in yourself and be like, I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm a God. So it's like, so like this is kind of forcing me to flex that muscle. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, a lot of it is that I want to be brave. I want to admit that I have a lot of faults, and I have a lot of ugliness in me, man. And I want it to show. I want people to see it, because I'm tired of hiding it, and it's kind of, again, not to bring it all down, but it's just, there is that deep ugliness, and if you're more honest about it and admitting your faults, admitting everything you've done wrong, then the more you could push past it and leave it behind you. You know what I mean? So hopefully I accomplish that somehow.
Absolutely. I remember reading something about how no one you ever meet really experiences you in your entirety.
Yeah.
You're a different person to your coworkers, to your friends, to your family, to anybody. You know, you're the only one that knows who you are as an extent. And so maybe like getting to a point where you can either come to terms or accept any flaw or any positive aspect about yourself and kind of appreciating yourself as a whole human. I think that's a really, I think that's a really good goal to have in a podcast like that, because you can just not necessarily settle or accept yourself, but kind of like understand yourself more and move forward and being okay with everything about you and not just being okay with certain aspects that you present to
most
people,
definitely.
whoever they are.
That kind of circles back to the cosmonaut in us all, you know what I mean? And like what you're describing is essentially a mask. We put on masks in front of different kind of peoples, different hats, different things, different roles. Much like a cosmonaut needs that mask, that thing to breathe out in the vacuum of space. But it runs into that question of the resentment of said mask. You know what I mean? I want to take it off. I want to breathe in space. I physically can't.
Yeah.
You know?
That's such a good metaphor.
But you know what I mean? And it's just there's that internal strife within you, because I struggle with that. I don't want to be a different person in front of people.
Right,
I want to be 100% me all the time, because that's what I preach, you know? But can that be achieved? Can I breathe in space? I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Nice. And that's a good way to end that.
Nice.
Everyone go check out Prince Adam and Jay's podcast.
Prince Adam's Groovy Cosmic Kayfabe Canvas.
Yes, sir. Go check it out. Hopefully that first episode comes out soon, because I can't wait.
Very soon.
But thank you for coming on again.
Thank you, boys, for having me, man.
Yeah, I'm once again really excited for that podcast.
For sure.
But we got to go. We got things to do. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Later.
Farewell.